Weird.
What? Huh?
Oh,
Oh.
moist. It's moist.
What is up, everyone? Welcome to another week of Fantasy Football Wake Up Call. I am joined with the entire panel today. Joe Morley, Scotty, Fantasy Football Wishlist, Tony Tucker. It's a great morning. It's week 12, and we're excited. Just make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave your starts, sits in the chat. We're about to answer all of them. All right, let's just go around the circle. We'll go Scotty, Tony, Joe. Just tell the people how you're doing, how the week's going. Any plugs you guys want to throw out there?
I got my Posty shirt on. I feel like I'm going to do a little better now, headed towards the playoff season. So, look at it.
I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. I want to give a shout out to bathrobes. You're not too young. You're not too old. Get yourself a nice, cozy bathrobe. I got one terry cloth here. It's great for the winter season. You could never go wrong.
And you don't have to wear pants.
There you go. You weren't supposed to tell everybody that I'm naked.
I was gonna say, give us a full view.
That'd be the promo. Just spin, so just like a little flow thing at the bottom.
Robe season does wonders for everybody. You look good, Tony. I like it.
Say something, Joe. Talk.
Yeah. What's up, Joe? How you
Blow
been?
the show going, Joe.
Are you all right, Joe?
Yeah, you guys can't hear me?
No, we can hear you.
Oh, we could hear you. You just sound depressed, but that's because you're a Raider fan.
Well, I have to be depressed because we're going to Seattle, and I think that's everything I hear about Seattle is you have to be depressed. I was gonna put my black makeup on later and just be like, oh. Probably listen to some.
We got Husky Kurt Cobain up there in the top right corner.
I think give Courtney Love a call later.
Right now, Joe's begging for Courtney Love to come around.
Yeah.
Who's in the house, guys?
TDs, what's up? What's up?
Shake
Raiders taking another L.
Good morning. TDs always leads us off too. They're a leadoff hitter. Pick one.
Yeah. Wait, let's go to the comment before that, TDs.
Uh-oh.
Somebody told you to play Palmer last week. Somebody on this show, when you asked, said play Joshua Palmer, and these other two made fun of me. One of them is a huge Chargers fan, supposedly.
Let me ask you a question, Tony. Did you play Palmer last week?
Hey, don't worry about what I did and didn't
Wait
do.
a minute. Wait a damn minute. You didn't even play him?
I let you idiots talk me out of it. I put Mike Williams in one league, and then I sat Josh Palmer in 4 or 5 leagues.
I left the screen to avoid embarrassment, and then you said that you didn't even play him yourself.
But I'm like a parent. You do what I say, not what I do.
Are you guys high on Josh Palmer this week?
Yes.
How can I not be?
Well, there's your first question.
Josh Palmer. Do it, TDs.
Josh Palmer, easy.
Yeah. I think for a couple reasons, though. Corey Davis coming back from injury, Mike White, we don't know how it's going to look. Potential weather problems in that game. I would go Josh Palmer, and then I don't know. I feel like Drake London against your team, Scotty. How do you feel about your secondary? Not great, right?
Well, I mean, I don't know if you've been watching Commanders lately. They've been only allowing 15 points a game the last 5 games. They've been no joke. And I don't hey, guys, back me up. I don't pump up Washington. I'm one of the first people to knock them over the head. They have won 4 of their last 5 games. They're going against a weak Falcons team. And out of the last 5 games, they've given up 15 points per game. Their defense is on fire.
Yeah. I'm a bigger Heineke fan than Scotty is.
Yes.
By far,
He's a bigger
by
Washington
far.
fan than Scotty is.
Out of those, I'm taking Drake London. I think Drake London's going to have a good game. He's especially with what's his name, St. Juiced out. How do you say his name, Scotty?
St. Juiced, but Pitts is out. I mean, who do you have to guard on Atlanta? It's Drake London. So
that's right. Good luck. Good luck.
I mean, you guard Drake London. Who's going to beat you on Atlanta? There's nobody in Atlanta that could beat you. And with that said, bet the Falcons.
Write it down, Tony. Write it down.
With that
the
said,
All you guys with Palmer.
No,
Palmer or Drake London? Which one, Tony?
Started writing stuff down. I already said Palmer, but I only started writing stuff down because you two started attacking me. You're like, Tony, you're so wrong this morning. What are you doing? You're picking everything against us.
Wait, what about the rest of them? What about the rest of those notes?
Yeah.
I went 4 of 6. Do you really want to see him? I crushed you guys if we were
That's
going.
only 1 over 500. Let's just keep that in mind.
They tried to write me off, Tony. I didn't write back. I didn't write back, Tony. Pick 2. T-Mac, Pierce, or Connor.
T-Mac.
I'm guessing T-Mac is Terry McLaurin.
Yeah, I don't know who T-Mac is.
Thank God you guys said that.
I was like,
idiot. I did not want to look like an idiot. I'm like
Tracy McGrady. What?
Tracy's back with a new pair of shoes.
He would have been a great wide receiver.
Is it bad? I'm gonna tell you to play James Conner.
No, it's the right thing to do. I think the answer, unfortunately, is Dameon Pierce is left out here. I don't know what the Texans' offense is going to look like and move the ball with Kyle Allen. I know we think it's somewhat of an upgrade over Davis Mills, but I can't guarantee that. And I think Terry McLaurin's got a great matchup today against the Falcons, and James Conner might have 25 fantasy points today against the Chargers.
Yeah, we're seeing these games where Pierce is getting the touches, he's getting the action, but it's being built upon volume and getting in the end zone. I'm a little worried that there's going to be weeks, and during the playoffs especially, that he doesn't score that touchdown, or just the opponent is too strong and slows the run game. Pierce can't do nothing about it.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh,
what's up, Andrew? Bunch of new faces in here. If you guys are in here, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Help us all out. Andrew's asking for a standard league. I'm guessing it's pick 1. Najee, White, or Pacheco?
White.
In standard?
Yeah, I think standard. I think standard is now considered PPR, like full point PPR. I think that's what people consider standard now. So Andrew, you can clarify that. I like Rachaad White a lot.
I think that he's gonna have a week where the Buccaneers are seriously questioning, like, when Fournette comes back, is this more of a 50-50 than a 70-30 or 75-25?
So he put non-PPR. I just, in this scenario here, I think that Rachaad White gets the most catches and rushing attempts. Even though you don't get points for those, Tom Brady's going to involve him in the short passing game, and he's probably still going to have 15 carries.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not worried about what's his name, the dude we waited forever, the guy they drafted a few years ago.
Vaughn?
Yeah, Keyshawn Vaughn. Yeah. I'm not worried about him doing much in this game. And I know they activated Giovanni Bernard, but I think you're going to get a pretty good workload from Rachaad White today.
Vaughn's pretty sparky, but Rachaad White's more complete. He can do it all.
I'm agreeing with you all.
Rachaad White? Joe, who you want?
He wants Pacheco.
I'm a big Pacheco guy, so I like Pacheco this week.
Joe likes every team in the AFC West except for the Raiders.
You know what, Tony?
They traded for Justin Herbert, and Isaiah Pacheco's the man. Greg Dulcich is my sleeper
opposite of East Coast bias. I love the West Coast teams because that's what I watch, and I want to root for teams that I watch. Look, Isaiah Pacheco had 100 yards last week against the Chargers, right? He went out there. Andy Reid praised it, and he was happy about it, and he was happy about how they got to get him more involved. Now they get to go against the Rams this week. who is a shitty team. The Rams are a shitty team, and they're going to have a good lead, and they're going to let him run the ball some more. And he's just going to get – if he doesn't get it in the first half, he's going to get all that garbage time, and Pacheco's going to run up the fantasy point.
There's only 2 teams that don't have 100 yards rushing against the Chargers this year. You know who they are? The Raiders and Broncos. Week 1, they held the Raiders to like 56 yards, and then they held the terrible Broncos under 100 yards.
It's a good thing the Raiders are going to fix that next week, right?
Yeah, I'm willing to bet the Raiders run the ball. I'm willing to bet the Raiders run the ball next week.
Next year.
Anyway,
Ray's in the house. RC Productions. Good morning, sir. One flex to fill. Hollywood Brown is back. If you guys don't know, Dortch is out, and I still haven't heard about who's the other wide receiver for
AJ Green,
Ronald Moore. They're still not.
Rondell Moore's out as well, I think.
So Van Jefferson or Drake London, pick one, guys, for the flex.
I'm going to Hollywood. I'm going to Hollywood.
I'll go Hollywood also.
Check out the American Idol contestant over there. I'm going to Hollywood. Look at that.
I'm going to Hollywood. Woo! No, I'm actually have faith in Washington. I think they're going to shut down London. I'm not sold on any of the Rams anymore. So that leaves me to Hollywood Brown.
It's not a great matchup for Hollywood in this first round. The Chargers secondary is pretty solid, but it just feels like the Cardinals got to throw the ball somewhere.
Here's the deal. Washington is beating shitty teams. Do I have faith in them versus good teams? No. But they are better than shitty teams. They're in the mediocre. They're going to shut down Atlanta today. London's not going to be a face. I don't have faith in Van Jefferson. Go to Hollywood.
I think what's going to happen today, Tony, I think that the Cardinals are going to come out and try and pound the rock, and if it's not working perfectly, Kyler's going to get frustrated quickly. I want to throw that thing. That's what I hope happens at least.
I already told you what I'm hoping for, Mike. I already told you the Cardinals will have a fight on their sideline today.
Yeah.
Unless James Conner just runs for 5 touchdowns. Then they'll be happy.
Only before, Mike.
Kyler Murray will be the first player to use his helmet on his own teammate.
Oh, gosh.
We've seen Donald and Myles Garrett swing him at other. He's going to use them on his own team.
Yeah.
Coach or player.
No.
Positivity Philly's asking, I have Murray and Rodgers. Should I drop either of them and pick up Jimmy? What the? Pick up Jimmy G?
I would just play Murray. Just play Murray. Hope for the best.
Murray and Rodgers on a mediocre game is what Jimmy Garoppolo is.
Yeah.
I would be okay if you positive Philly. If you really want Jimmy G, if you think last week wasn't an aberration, you can drop Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. And if you feel that and you feel that's a good matchup, you go with it, but we're not going to recommend Jimmy G for you. But if you feel it, then you go for it. Sometimes you just got to go with the hunch that you feel.
You should drop Rodgers for like Latavius Murray or something. You know,
Big Ballers, Meat Hammer in the house.
Good morning.
Raymond, you is you. No, you is me. Where's that go, Tony, in Rush Hour?
Yeah.
Mike's probably looking at me like, what the hell's Rush Hour? I don't know what that is. But Mooney, Julio Jones, or Cooks?
Oh, wait. Before we answer this, I think this is a good time, guys. I don't think I've seen Raymond Yu in the chat before. Everyone that's new to the stream, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, turn on notifications. We go live every Sunday with our start sits, but we also do a pick'em show. We also do recap shows. We post random videos, random shorts, try and get you guys entertained, try and get you guys laughing. We're just 4 today. 4 friends talking football, in this case, fantasy football. We're always looking for another. So please subscribe to the channel real quick. Like the video. Helps out a ton. All right, now let's answer this one from Raymond Yu. I see some other new people in here as well. Appreciate you guys for tuning in.
And let me mention, that belt Joe's holding, I got to give him credit. It's back from 1998. He hasn't won since.
I stole that belt. I stole that belt at the Christmas party in 2016.
Oh, you think Justin Herbert and Jefferson?
No,
busted.
Raymond, I'm going Mooney, buddy. I'm gonna go Mooney. Fields is not feeling 100%. I can see now. Do we have any update?
Fields is not playing.
Out. He's officially out.
That's perfect. That's following what I'm saying here. So it's not going to be running the quarterback. He's going to have to throw the ball, and Mooney's his best receiver.
And the Bears are going to beat the Jets today, even with Trevor Siemian.
But wait a minute. Hold on. I might be stepping back on my own set. Sauce Gardner covering Mooney.
Yeah, and potential freezing rain, like bad weather in New York.
Okay.
You already threw it out there, Scotty. We already
no. Raymond, you're the new guy here. We admit our mistakes too, as we're spitting them out. I just realized Mooney's going to get guarded by Sauce Gardner. Bad weather. I don't like Julio either. I got to go Cooks then.
Yeah.
I got to go Cooks.
The clear answer is Julio Jones. I don't care what the Browns have done. The Browns have shut down some good receivers this year, but the Browns are getting the Tampa Bay Buccaneers after a bye week with a pissed off Tom Brady. They're going all the way. Julio Jones going to get 2 touchdowns today.
This is a trap, and I'm not going to answer this one.
Come on. You gotta be wrong. You gotta be wrong. You gotta have a little. Okay, I'm going Brandon Cooks. I know I said that I'm a little worried about the Kyle Allen starting quarterback situation, but it's still Brandon Cooks. Like, he's still one of the most underrated wide receivers out there, and I would start him.
All right, we got to speed up a little bit. We're going quick. Eric DeLuna asking Josh Palmer or Elijah Mitchell, non-PPR, starting Keenan Allen, Juju, Barkley, Pierce, and Kelsey.
That was Fantasy Football Wishlist, everyone. He has another show at 9 to catch. Go follow him on Instagram. The link is in the description. If you guys like his stuff here on the Wake Up Call every week, he does all that and more on the Instagram. He's actually even more funny on the Instagram, if you can believe it. Josh Palmer or Elijah Mitchell is our choice here.
I'm going Elijah Mitchell.
I'm going Josh Palmer. I don't understand Joe.
Huh?
This is a weird scenario, and I'm going to learn from my mistake here and go Josh Palmer, where the wide receiver is going to get some more chances maybe than Elijah Mitchell. I know Elijah Mitchell gets in there, but Josh Palmer gets freaking 20 targets.
Yeah, there's not even – Elijah Mitchell isn't even guaranteed goal line work because they do QB sneaks with Jimmy G. They run the ball with Kyle Juszczyk. Christian McCaffrey is one of the best running backs in the league. Like, he's got to score – you're hoping Elijah Mitchell gets a touchdown because he's not involved in the passing game. Like, I'm not saying Elijah Mitchell isn't even necessarily a better football player right now. But for fantasy, the opportunity to score a touchdown, I believe, is better for Palmer.
Do you have one of these, Tony?
I don't.
Then that's what I thought.
All right, hang on. I can do you one better than that, Joe. I'll be right back, gentlemen. Continue the show.
Tony, this is a child-friendly show.
Tony walks off. Let's do this. T. Higgins or Mike Evans?
Mike Evans.
I'll go Mike Evans too. Tony, I'm going to rock with you this week. Palmer. TDs is already on Tony's. You can't be back. Don't be back at Tony, guys. Don't be putting in the comments that you're back at Tony. You're on Team Joe this week. Team Joe. Everybody put Team Joe in the comments. Mike. You got Terry McLaurin. Yes, it's Team Mac. We already got that one. Devontae, come on. Give him a little respect. He is the number 1 wide receiver in the league. Devontae Adams or DeAndre Hopkins.
Oh, man.
You one of these, Joe?
Devontae.
You one of these?
Oh, there you go. That's better. When you walked away, I saw the back of your robe, and I got a little morning sunshine.
My hat ain't that white.
We had to put a warning on the screen, like, could be X-rated.
That's you trying to start right there.
A Josh Palmer jersey in the house. Tony, Wyatt is disrespecting the greatest receiver in the game right now.
Wow. What?
With Devontae. Who are you taking, Devontae Adams or DeAndre Hopkins?
Devontae Adams.
You know here's what's pissing me off about the game a little bit is everybody's like, who's going to have a better game, Devontae Adams or DK Metcalf, or who's better? And it's like, you never heard this shit when he was in Green Bay. When the Green Bay was coming to Seattle, you never go, oh, who's going to have a better game? Devontae Adams is clearly a better receiver. Calm down.
Well, that's because he played with the great Matt LaFleur and the all-time great Aaron Rodgers. That's why.
Meat Hammer's in the house asking a question. Pick 2, Deontay Foreman, Zay Jones, Elijah Mitchell, or Corey Davis in a PPR.
Yikes.
Ooh. Yeah, pick two.
The two backs is who I'm going with. Not happily, not encouraged by it, but
I would stay away from Zay Jones. Corey Davis might have an upgrade with White, but
if we're worried about weather in that game, there's already too much going against Davis.
And the only thing that I told you that White picks up for me is Michael Carter. So I think Michael Carter has a better game. So yeah, I'll probably go with the 2 running backs as well.
Yeah, but I don't know. There's something weird. Zay Jones in Baltimore. I think there's a potential opportunity to pass the ball a lot in that game. I would consider that. Deonta Foreman. Who are the Panthers playing again? Give me 1 second here. Panthers Broncos. I just don't like starting Foreman against the Broncos defense. So I would go Elijah Mitchell and I would throw a dart at Zay Jones.
There you go, big ballers. Jake R is in the house. Everybody say hi, Jake.
What up, Jake?
Hi, Jake. What's up, Jake?
Harrison's in the house.
Jake should get himself a Chargers jersey.
Harrison, is Deonta Foreman doing good or what?
Yeah, Harrison, let us know. James Frawley. A lot of new names in here, guys. Remember, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. You're helping us a long way when you do that. Pick 2.
Cute little koala.
Like acting like it's real, like he's gonna play with it. And come on. Pick 2: Sutton, Lazard, or Watson.
There's no bye weeks this week, guys. How are we in these situations?
Injuries, bro. Come on.
I'm the only injured person in the rest of the Chargers roster. Everyone else is healthy in the NFL. Sutton, the Broncos are playing against the Panthers, right?
Who's Sutton getting? J.C. Horn? Is that who he's probably going to get on him?
Yeah.
I think you play Christian Watson for sure, and the other one is really close. I don't know which one to choose.
And I don't want to play 2 guys on the same team, so I always make that rule that I do that. So I'd probably go Watson and Sutton.
Yeah, I think that's where I'm going to land. Sutton gets a lot of targets, so at least you have that going in your direction for you. Will it materialize into touchdowns for Russell Wilson eventually? I don't know.
But for now, at least
if we all simulate, if we all like it, we all touch tips. So you guys see us touch tips, that means we're all good.
James Robinson is now out too. That makes Michael Carter even a little.
Yeah, James Robinson is a healthy scratch. Daniel's asking for his flex spot. Connor, Peoples Jones, Allen Robinson, Brian Robinson, Palmer, Perrine, or Hollywood. Or just one spot? Ooh.
One spot. We got to pick out all these guys.
Allen Robinson out today. Donovan. I'm probably gonna go with James Conner on this.
It's James Conner.
James Conner has a great opportunity to score a touchdown and get 100 yards rushing. Isaiah Pacheco did it on like 10 carries last week. James Conner is a physical runner, and I think that is a real opportunity for them to move the ball.
Yeah, he's going to be their touchdown scorer in their 35-7 loss today.
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you, TDs. I agree.
Palmer's the close second, Daniel, but I think it's James Conner. That's your best chance.
Jake is asking Carr or Mills. You're going to go with Carr because Mills is out of the game. He got benched this week.
There's a chance Mills gets in the game still. Just keep that in mind. It's Derek Carr. I'm just kidding.
Instant replay. What's up, man? Everybody says the Raiders have a fight today. Yeah, I think that game is going to be a little bit closer than people are making it out. I think both teams are pretty much evened out. Scotty, Washington are my 4th favorite team because I love former Panthers on Washington. Scotty's already gone, so he don't care. No,
he wasn't talking about a fight with their opponents.
He's talking about no. Carr is a people pleaser. So howdy, TSB World. What's going on? He says howdy, happy Sundays. Need one in the flex PPR. Cordell Patterson or Rachaad White. Keep up the great work. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Rachaad White easily, TSB.
Yeah, I'm going with White this week too.
He balled out last time a couple weeks ago.
And he's fresh. Patterson's still coming off the injury where I'm not 100% like going, oh, that Patterson is back. So I like what White's doing coming off the bye week, ready to go.
And I think he's really good. I do. I think he's going to be in the league for a while.
Yeah, I think he's not only really good, but he has the benefit of a bye week with Tom Brady. where Tom's like looking around and saying, who can I maximize in this offense? And I think he's one of those players.
100%.
Yeah. I'm trying to look at all the inactives right now, see if there's anything like major that sticks out for anybody.
I think you got to play Pepperoni here, instant replay. He's asking Darnell Mooney or Samaje Pepperoni. We were talking about the weather and all these things going on in the New York-Chicago game that's going to help Chicago win. Samaje is not the best option, but at least you got someone that's hot coming off a big game.
I think Samaje is actually a great option because Burrow likes to check down to him. There's no Joe Mixon. He's going to see an increase in opportunity like he did when Mixon went out. So, I mean, I don't think you can ever believe Samaje Perine's going to have another 3-touchdown game, but 1 touchdown and 90 all-purpose yards with like 4 catches. Like, I think Samaje Perine is a good play.
I'm with Tony on this one.
Play him. We're picking the same one.
Rob Ryan taking his time in Seattle in the hotel room, up there coaching the Raiders today. He's up here to ask us another question.
Rob, could you call your buddy, brother, I should say, Rex, and say, hey, the Chargers need some help on defense?
Yes.
Keenan or Palmer? Rob, you got to play Keenan, my friend.
Ooh. I think he just wants to put me on the spot while I'm wearing the man's jersey.
Pick Keenan.
I would play Keenan. It's Keenan freaking Allen.
He scored a touchdown today. Give me some Keenan in the end zone today. I want to see some of the dance moves. He might hit one of these.
Yeah, Harrison in the house. Harrison always hits us with the Ravens D or Dolphins D. Joe doesn't want to hear from Tony, though. So
wow.
Tony, get your butt out of this question.
Tony, don't say a word. Don't say a word. Who are the Ravens playing again, Joe?
Ravens are – who are they playing? They have an easy match.
Who are they playing again? Jacksonville?
Want to come on in?
I want the Ravens D.
I will not help you because you did not include me.
Yeah, you don't deserve the help, Harrison. Joe?
Do you dare? Do you take Mike's advice?
Which D would you like, Joe? Joe's preoccupied.
Joe wants all the D. Let's go.
We got Joshua Palmer, Donta Foreman, Devonta Smith, Alan Lazar for the flex. He's also starting Keenan, but he's hesitant. Nah, start Keenan. Feel confident. The question is, Tony, should he put another Charger wide receiver in there?
Jabron. Wait, go back to that one, Joe.
Whoa. Where did this comment come from? I didn't click on that one.
I got up from the table too late, and Meat Hammer was like, so that's the same way he got his nickname. So he's already starting Keenan, which I think you shouldn't feel hesitant. He left the game and felt good about it. I might go with Devonta Smith. I think the Eagles have a real chance to cook, get a lot going. I'm also, in certain matchups, I don't feel bad about playing 2 wide receivers from the same team when I know that they're each going to get 7+ targets. Like I feel pretty strongly that with how much the Chargers pass the football, that there's 7 targets in there and potentially trying to go deep. Like we saw Palmer getting used differently last week once Keenan was back. They weren't having him run as much of the intermediate and allowing him to go deep. There was a couple shots in that game when you rewatch it that they could have been there deep to Palmer if they had a few more seconds to block. I think with the pass rush they're facing today, there could be more opportunity to take some of those, 30 to 40, 50-yard shots downfield to Palmer.
Yeah, my unbiased answer is to play both Chargers wide receivers.
Sorry, I've been distracted by Jake.
I like Devonta Smith for some reason. But yeah.
Jake, is Keenan Allen having a big day today or what?
Jake, does Keenan have a big game?
What?
Does Keenan Allen have a big game?
Yes, you would.
So Jake, sorry, Tony, you were talking and I missed it because Jake comes by and he goes, "Did you put up I just seen the third leg?" And I go, "Yeah, I put that comment up." And he's like, "I saw that earlier. You know what that means, right?" And I was like,
Oh, I thought that was some kind of injury joke.
So anyway, that's why I was laughing. I was like, Jake, now your mom's gonna come after me and yell at me because we have a PG show here, guys. PG show.
Okay.
Mods in the chat. I got a dog shit pick.
Yeah,
Oh.
we got a PG show, but listen, I got a dog shit pick.
What the hell? How are you in this situation, Harrison? This is my 32-man league.
Harrison, if I got to pick two, you go with Cobb and you go with Van Jefferson.
I think he just asked Tony on this one, and we're just talking. Anyways.
Yeah, he's giving me like a super impossible choice right there.
Yeah, he's like, here, Tony, Coach Tony, you wanna be a fantasy expert? Here you go.
Let's go back to it real quick. I'll give him a quick answer. I think that I would go with I'm gonna start Cobb and Westbrook Akine.
Write that down, Harrison. Write it down.
All right.
There's
Hollywood
no way.
Brown, Deontay Johnson, or Latavius Latavius. I'm going Deontay Johnson. Monday night. Like it. What do you guys like?
Yeah, I think I would. I don't know. I kind of, you know what? I'm going to start Latavius Murray. He's the only one in that backfield now, and he did pretty good with the majority of the touches last week. I think Carolina's defense is good, but not somebody that I would be scared to start a running back that's going to get 20 touches. So I'm going to go Latavius Murray in this.
I'm going to go Hollywood.
Ooh,
right.
3 different choices. Write it down. You know?
So White's asking again, Mike. He's saying, "Hope your leg is good." It's not good. It's not good. But he's asking again for Devontae Adams, DeAndre Hopkins.
Devontae Adams.
How do you not have both of them in your lineup? Do you not have a 2 wide receiver league?
Devontae. DeAndre getting shut down.
I have a team that's playing Mike today that has DeAndre Hopkins and Devontae Adams in it.
That's what I'm saying. You play both of them.
That's just great to hear.
So, Tony Harrison wants you to buy a Jeremy Chin jersey.
Mike?
What's up? You know, it'd be great if Justin Fields was playing for that team this week.
You know who my third wide receiver is on that team?
Let me guess. Fucking Josh Palmer.
Tyreek Hill.
Oh, great.
Palmer and Keenan put up both 100 yards last week with no Mike Williams.
And
Rob Williams
keep that in mind. Instant replay, Rob Ryan. Rex Ryan, please come to the Chargers. All of you guys, keep in mind that Keenan did that on a 50% snap share. He was on a count.
Look at TD's is advertising for you, Mike, already. Tony, love the jersey. Join the Pick'ems challenge every week to win a jersey of your choice.
This is the go right here. TDs, love that. Thank you. Not too late. You still got 30 minutes.
Shelton Moore asking to start both DK and Lockett or sit one of them for Curtis Samuel.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go again, everybody.
Start both the Seattle receivers.
Everybody just wants to sit a top 20 wide receiver that is Curtis Samuel. I don't know.
But who do you start him over, Tony?
I don't know. It's a good question. I can't help on this one. Shit. I would start everybody against the Raiders. So you're right. Start DK and Lockett.
There you go.
Jake is Team Joe.
What the heck, Jake?
Murray, C. Pat, or Monty in PPR flex?
Murray.
I think it's Murray too, but I love CPAT. I think I personally will play CPAT, but it's my own personal issues that I have inside of me that I think CPAT's going to be crazy every week, but lately it's just not been there.
Yeah, and this is a tough one. They're getting back Chase Young, which means a better front 7 rotation they're going to have in Washington. Even if he is only playing pass rush downs, that's going to keep other guys fresher. So,
yeah, and we're starting to see what the hubbub in camp about Tyler Algier was. This kid, he's pretty solid, and the Falcons like him.
TD's is a Team Tony because a man in a Josh Palmer jersey is a genius.
Yeah, he is.
I don't know what sucking up to Tony gets you. It doesn't get you much.
Gets you my admiration. Undivided attention on this show. and TDs. I always shake them if I got them. You know what I'm saying?
Shake him if you got him. Harrison saying Foreman's going to do well, Mike.
Just well. That's all he said. Not good. No stat prediction there. Just well.
You guys like any of these props? Latavius Murray going for 60-plus yards, or Michael Carter receiving for 20-plus yards?
I like the Michael Carter one.
Especially with James Robinson out. Joe C.
What's up? What's up, Josie?
Robinson Jr. or Montgomery?
Isn't Robinson out?
I'm guessing it's Brian Robinson Jr.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm going Brian Robinson.
Not two of these.
Rob.
Like, who are they referring to? Because I was like, Allen Robinson, James Robinson. I didn't even think about Brian Robinson.
Yeah, that's why I'm on the show. You bring the smarts to the show. You guys bring the looks. I bring the smarts.
What did you guys go with on that one? Because I want it to be Brian Robinson, but I think I would play David Montgomery.
I'm going with Robinson.
Actually, you know what? I would go Brian Robinson. The Jets defense is good. I've been crowing about them and saying they're the reason they're good. Yeah, I'll go.
If Robinson lets me down again, then I'll be officially off the bandwagon. Last week was really disappointing. Tyreek or Devontae, play them both. What the?
Mike, stop disrespecting Sam Darnold. He's gonna have a good game.
You mean that?
I don't want to crush young, handsome Harrison.
Sam
Allen
Darnold
Robinson isn't officially ruled out, but according to rumors or to reports last night, he was not going to play. So he'll be. I mean, when inactives come out for that game, he probably won't be on there. Mike, heal up soon. Speedy recovery. Instant replay. If anyone's interested, I dropped Gordon to the waivers.
Anybody in the NFL is interested.
We got to pick two. Rashad White,
Victor Sosa,
P. Ryan, Latavius Murray, Rashad White.
Guys, hang on a second. The Bears are starting Nathan Peterman today after Trevor Siemian suffered an injury in pregame. The Bears are down to one quarterback today.
They're still going to win.
You know what that means? Start Peterman. Put Peterman in your lineup.
I have an excuse to change my pick right now, and I want both of you gentlemen to hear me stick with the Bears. Okay.
I don't want to hear you.
I have no reason anymore to stick with them, but I'm sticking with them.
You
just out of principle. If I lose this game, it's out of principle for the rest of the year. When you guys say, "Hey, you switch picks too much," I'm saying, "Remember that time I stuck with the Bears and Nathan Peterman." And if they win, I'm gonna be dancing on your graves. If they win, I'm gonna be dancing on your graves.
You can switch the pick as long as you say that, Tony, you are smart and wise. And your faith is always 100%.
Tony, you were smart, you were wise, but I'm not changing the pick. Sticking with it. Pick two here, though.
Victor, go with White and Kamara.
I will go Wright and Kamara also.
Wow, this is a good one, Victor. I don't think you can go wrong. If you have like a homer pick you want, but I would probably start Rashad White and Alvin Kamara.
There you go.
Jim 896. Jim 896 to the front of the store, please. PPR start one. Lazard, DJ Moore, or DeMarcus Robinson.
You're funny, Joe. You're funny. The Raiders jokes. Now this one, that was good. Lazard, DJ Moore, DeMarcus Robinson.
Shit. This is
supposedly hard. Sam Darnold throws to DJ Moore more than any other. But we've heard that story before, right? We've been kicking off DJ Moore's season like 3 or 4 times already this year.
He's best with PJ Walker.
One of these bad quarterbacks going to learn grow to your best wide receiver. Grow to your best wide receiver, DJ Moore or Sam Darnold to DJ Moore. I'm picking DJ Moore.
Yeah, Taylor Heineke started a Jordan collection based on that theory.
Exactly.
I'm going to go with DJ Moore.
All right, so DJ Moore, Jim. Carlos is God. If you guys don't call Carlos a god, I don't know who is then. But he says, "Good morning. I'm starting Monty, C. Pat, and Watkins at the flex." Or who should he start? One of those guys.
Please subscribe, Carlos.
Carlos,
Please.
come back.
Please. Monty
Carlos,
C.
start C. Pat.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I would start CPAT too.
That's a terrible
Over under 10. How many times Tony yells Palmer's name today?
over easily. Even when he's like, if Palmer's open off the top of his, like at the start of his route, he's gonna be yelling Palmer, Palmer, Palmer.
That's all I do. Yeah.
I had a friend that I took to a game one time, and Todd Gurley wasn't playing. He was inactive the whole game. But the whole game, he yelled, "Put Gurley in! Put Gurley in!" And I'm like, he's inactive, dude. He's not playing.
I hope you're no longer friends with that person.
Put Gurley in. Even the family members were like, "Hey, he's not playing. He's hurt. He's not playing." Like, all right.
Man.
Latavius Murray or Damian Pierce?
This is a tough one, but I'm gonna go Damian Pierce.
I'm gonna go with Damian Pierce just because I'm a huge fan of his, and I think he's got to bounce back, and it can't get worse than it's been for a few weeks.
All right, I'm going with Damian Pierce as well.
He's playing back in Florida, right? The Texans are in Miami. He's probably got a lot of family there. He's gonna have a little bit extra juice. Yeah,
That's a good question. I can't wait to get to it.
I need to start Godwin for Seattle. Godwin is actually a little sneaky little pick, I guess, because the Raiders against the third wide receiver sometimes get beat.
Sometimes.
Michael Pittman or Latavius Murray?
Ooh,
Pittman.
Pittman worries me so much.
He's facing a weak
It's
secondary.
not Pittman that worries you. It's Matt Ryan that worries you.
Yeah, you're right. You are 1,000% right.
Pittman for me.
Go Pittman. I don't like Latavius, to be honest with you. Mike, it's gonna fucking rain in Carolina. It's gonna be a low scoring game, my dude.
All right, so sit DJ Moore then. What do you want from me, Harrison? I'm trying to prop your guys up, and now you want me to shut them down. Joe, answer this question with honesty, because you came on the air last night and told me you guys are going on a 7-game winning streak, so you must be feeling high on Josh McDaniel right now.
Yeah, I'm liking it. He's working on some things that he needs to fix, and he'll be all right.
He's doing a fantastic job, according to Mark Davis.
Odds that Team Johnny bounces back from his first defeat of the season last week.
Not good.
Wait, Johnny lost last week?
He did.
Hell yeah!
He's losing out. He's losing out. I'm not even in the league, and I'm still going to root for it.
Done.
All that talking. Hey, let's talk about the league. Watch, he's going to lose out.
Wyatt!
Yeah.
Welcome.
Right. Team, you can't. No, guys, it's either Team Joe or Team Mike. There is no Team Tony.
That's how you know he's like smart and handsome and successful.
You know, if we put the T
to the Jets.
We put the T at the end where we could easily remove it if we needed to.
What?
So TD just told you guys what we talked about earlier, that Trevor Seaman got hurt during warmups. So Nathan Peterman, the man, the myth, and the legend, is starting for the Chicago Bears. He might take Justin Fields' job right now today.
TDs, I need help. And anyone else in the chat that wants to help, can we make it a TikTok on this topic? Can someone find out what happened to Trevor Siemian, please, for my own research? Thanks, guys.
So, morning, gents. Full PPR bench one. ETN, Jeff Wilson, or White. I want to roll with them out, but I have CMC.
Bench one. Damn.
And this is Trey Sermon that's talking to us right now.
I think
You got to bench one of these guys.
Got to bench Jeff Wilson, but it's going to be painful if he goes off again.
Yeah. Wow. Should I?
It's got to be Wilson.
Don't
say CMC.
No. It's not going to be CMC. I would.
Mostert is hurt today, so.
Yeah. So, and I think there could be. I don't know. This is a tough one, Trey, and I don't really think you could go wrong. But depending on what I needed, like what I felt my team was going to need like a point level, I might sit Etienne in that scenario against Baltimore.
That is a tough matchup. Some good linebackers.
I'm going with Jeff Wilson in that one.
But
See this? Look at Rainbow King. Got the newspaper right here. It says, "How will the Chargers respond after a loss? With a win."
Chargers will win. I'll subscribe if they.
My uncle's in jail, and he keeps sending me these. I'm not enjoying it.
Wait, your uncle's talking trash from the claim?
From the jail, he sends me freaking clippings of frustrating end. Chargers lose to the Chiefs, and there's a picture of Austin Eckler getting clearly face masked.
Yeah, guess who's not getting any money on their commissary for shit like that?
Yeah.
Oh, I ain't that close. That ain't me.
Have you guys come to terms that Herbert is mid?
Are you coming to terms that the Chargers will respond today, Ruben?
You know what's funny? All that shit talking that Chargers put on Derek Carr are now the same excuses that they're using for Justin Herbert. I like Justin Herbert, don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying I've seen a lot of this stuff about Justin Herbert just doesn't have a defense. He never has a defense. Fuck you guys.
Justin Herbert and Derek Carr are not even close.
Damian Pierce is trying hard, I thought. Is a try hard, I thought. Damian,
he's a try hard.
He's a try hard.
Run your ass over.
Kamara or Etienne, what's up, Ashley? Thanks for joining. Which one you guys like?
I'm going Etienne, even though Tony, you got me doubting it now. Thank you.
Yeah, who do the Saints play again? They play somebody good, right?
49ers.
San Francisco 49ers.
How did Eckler do against the Niners?
Not great.
Not great.
How did James Conner do? Not great.
No.
I'm saying go with Travis.
Yeah, we'll go Etienne, I guess.
Derek Papapino. Papapino.
I love this. I love Derek.
Yeah, Mike, you missed it, but Johnny Tuck Sports faked another power outage against Derek. The controversy grows, Mike.
I'll make a TikTok on that too.
Yeah.
Someone give me the research on that one.
Johnny and the power outages. Start Gus Edwards, who is playing today, Latavius Murray, or P. Ryan.
Ooh. What? Huh?
I don't like any of them. I don't like any of them.
This is
where you like any of them. This is like
I don't like any of them, Tony.
I would say P. Ryan, but
it looks like 60 yards from each one of them.
Murray's a close. Latavius second.
I think the reason I'm going with P. Ryan is because I've seen him most involved in the passing game, and the Bengals, that might be their best way to move the football against the Titans, is like hitting those little checkdowns.
Was it yesterday that you just said the one thing the Ravens are missing, guys, is Gus Edwards?
Yeah, but okay, again, we're trying to play fantasy football. That was talk about real football. Gus Edwards does not catch passes. So he might have 80 yards, but then you need a touchdown to catch up to whatever P. Ryan might do in his 6 or 7 check down passes that he's going to catch from Burrow. That's all. Strategic.
Joker, good morning. You getting some sleep with the newborn?
It is.
Keeping you awake?
Yes. First game for baby Joker today.
Bolts up.
Or Herbert, or should I trade one? You should have traded one of them a long time ago, dude. You keep Mahomes, you trade Herbert.
No, you retire Mahomes. You put him on the end of your bench and you let
Drop
nobody
him. Cut him.
Justin Herbert or Mike White? Easy.
We're
Mike
done with
White.
No. We're done.
Mike White.
We're done. Show's over.
I didn't want to say that.
Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you guys next week.
Team Tony and Mike. No, Joker.
No, he just says team. That is Team Tony, Mike. He's letting him know what he's on. There's he missed the comma.
Tony. No.
Mike.
No.
Yeah.
This is Team Tony / Mike. Like a bull.
See, that's not how you read proper English. It's
as long as I'm on there, Mike. You guys can order it however you want to order it, as long as I'm on there. Even though it is M, the first letter is Mike, MJT. As long as I'm in there, even if it's Tony Mike, it's TM or MJ, I'm cool with it.
I just want to say there's been a lot of love for me this morning on the show, and I feel really great. It feels amazing. I'm going to float through the rest of my day.
We love you.
Chargers victory. It's going to be a fantastic.
Is Randall Cobb worth the roster spot?
If you're really desperate at receiver, he's worth the roster spot. You think that in a couple weeks that things are going to be that bleak?
Look,
No,
this is what
Randall
if
Cobb?
we're
Yeah.
we're almost the playoffs. You should be lining your bench with handcuffs and players that you think are going to break out at the end of the year, not Randall Cobb.
Yeah, if I were going to go get a wide receiver to put on my bench that I thought might break out, it would be one of the Jets wide receivers if they're available. Like, let's say somebody dropped Garrett Wilson, or Elijah Moore is out there. Just let's see what happens. Keep them on the end of your bench. Again, I've been talking about Nico Collins all year. The targets are continuing to stay there. I think at some point touchdowns come. Like, bring in a young wide receiver with upside, not a aging wide receiver when his quarterback decides to sit it down with a thumb injury for the final 5 games. You're hoping Jordan Love gets Randall Cobb the ball? No, you don't want that.
Well, I'm assuming that Rodgers is going to keep playing. If it's Jordan Love, then no. What about Westbrook Akine?
I saw that comment too, David, taking shots at me for a bad call 2 months ago. Why you bringing up old shit, homie? Huh?
Mike, it's an oblique injury for Trevor Siemian.
Oh,
Instant replay said he was on Tim Tony until Allen Robinson stepped on the field. Mike, send me a ticket to LA if the Panthers play the Chargers next year. Do they play the Chargers next year, Panthers?
You don't want to see that, Harrison. You don't want to see that.
They do not. I don't know if you guys know this, but you can go look up the opponents before and know.
You might want to.
They do not play the Panthers next year.
You don't want to save your ticket.
I would have had a ticket for you.
A Panthers Texans game or something. A little bit more positive.
Last time the Chargers played the Cardinals, Phillip Rivers went 28 of 29, and he won 45-10. Sounds like what he does in the bedroom.
That's kind of. I'm glad somebody is seeing my little speak into repeat existence here with the Phillip Rivers jersey on.
I like
49ers
that.
have the best run D in the league.
He does perform.
Who? P. Rivers? Of course he does.
Yeah.
Performs in the bedroom too.
Ooh, Mitchell Carey. Mitchell Carey tested my fandom on this next one, Joe.
Mitchell Carey, DK Metcalf, or Joshua Palmer?
DK.
Yeah, DK Metcalf.
It is close though. Palmer could outscore.
It is, but it's DK. You drafted him for that reason. Palmer is like, oh hey, I have an injury here, or maybe there's a bye situation in that week. I know there's no buys this week. I'm just saying hypothetically. That's where you start putting Palmer in and feeling good about it. You don't sit DK Metcalf, who's been fantastic this year.
I feel like if you had Palmer and Mike Williams together, the way you've been able to alternate the weeks is probably worked out back and forth based on who's healthy.
My guarantee for the Seahawks this year when we did that division was that DK would regret signing that contract. He's been better with Geno Smith than he was with Russell Wilson last year.
It just shows that even if the quarterback is more talented or has a better record or has a better career so far,
or a more attractive life.
Exactly. That morale boost is almost more important than all that other shit.
Just because I used to pop my pimples with a compass I had in high school. Yo, do you know what I'm talking about right now? Do you know what that's from?
That's better not be random movie.
I'm going to send you guys that sketch. That's Chris Farley from Saturday Night Live. He put everything, it was a character he did. He put everything in quotations. And he looks at the guy and he says, just because I used to pop my pimples with a compass I used in high school. It's fucking hilarious. It's great.
I do know who Chris Farley is. All right.
I
do know who Chris Farley is. I used to watch a movie when I would go fishing with my grandpa where he was a ninja, but he wasn't a ninja. But he was a ninja.
Beverly Hills.
There it is. Bam.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
I thought it was cool because I rented Beverly Hills Ninja off of the cable. You know how you used to be like, hit this button and it would live stream it to your house or whatever. Like when they first started it, that's like one of the first movies I did. But anyways, instant replay says the 49ers have the best run D in the league. You guys know who the second best run D in the league is, and how many yards it separates the Niners and that team?
The Chargers.
I would say the Broncos. Maybe best run defense in the league. I don't know.
I might surprise you a little bit.
Panthers.
Tennessee Titans.
Oh
hell yeah.
Yeah, good.
You know
good.
what separates them? 11 yards.
Total yards or per game?
Total yards. So 1 yard per game, 11 yards in the season. The Niners have given up 811 rushing yards, while the Titans have given up 822.
I thought you were gonna do a third leg joke in there, but
Didn't we just tell everyone Samaje P.
That's what I was telling you guys. I told you Tennessee's going to come out and dominate this game. Mike and Tony, we will beat the Broncos for you guys. It doesn't have to. The Raiders did it for you.
Yeah, change your pick, guys. Tony, Joe, want to change your pick to the Panthers? Any chances?
Yeah.
kind of.
Do it for Harrison here on the live.
I'm not doing it. I like Harrison. I was actually looking for a picture of Harrison, and I was going to put it in the graphic when we did the show and put him next to the Carolina Panthers and be like, hey, guys, what about the Panthers? And Elijah Moore, Robert Woods, Terrence Marshall, or Evan Ingram, pick one.
Wow.
How are you in this situation, TDs?
TDs is just asking us impossible questions.
He just looked it up. He was like,
there's no way there's a scenario. This has to be a 32-man situation.
Terrence Marshall. Play him.
I'll go Robert Woods, actually.
That's not a bad choice.
Well, let's just really diversify and see if we can get it right. Elijah Moore is the best game of the season today.
Diversify your bones.
I swear. If
Elijah Moore gets a touchdown today.
Evan Ingram has 2 touchdowns and 3 catches. I'm gonna be pissed.
He's asking for a friend, Tony.
Oh, man.
This next one's just for Tony. Not this one.
Wow.
Elijah Moore and Matt Collins first, but the next one after this.
I would go with Matt Collins. I don't know why, but he's like the second most targeted player in that offense.
I just like how you're like, let's just throw a dart. We'll pick Elijah Moore on the last one, and then fuck Elijah Moore on the next one.
Well, did you see if Matt Collins would have been in that last one? I would have picked Matt Collins.
That's true. Matt Collins is the choice there.
Because at least Matt Collins gets targets.
And all those guys are out for Vegas. And Josh Jacobs is injured.
Thomas Perfito.
They're going to lose.
He's asking Cole Kmet, Tony's favorite tight end in the league, or Foster Moreau. And I got, look at this. I don't have it with me. But look, you go Foster in this matchup. Seattle doesn't have they're not good against tight ends. And Derek Carr likes to dump it off a little bit.
Thomas, I would play your high ceiling plays in the other positions because you're getting less than 10 points from your tight end this week.
From either one, I don't think Cole does good with Nathan Peterman either.
Yeah, so I don't know who. Well, who would you say, Tony? Would you give Kmet a chance here?
Anytime that I say Kmet's going to do good, he does terrible. So whenever I completely give up on him, he's a superstar. So start Foster Moreau.
Johnny and Derek are going at it. Johnny said, Derek distracted me the entire game. Of course, the power will be bound to go out. And he said Derek should bench his entire team next week and give him a rest for the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
There's a real rivalry here. We need to get them on the air so they can duke this out. They can beef
Derek.
out. Yeah.
Homer Simpson. What's up, man?
Who is making these accounts?
I don't know, but I'm a fan.
Garrett Wilson, Boyd, Hollywood, or Kamara against the 49ers.
See, Homer also does it right. He takes the time to put the opponent in there, like, if that's why.
Put one opponent in there.
But he's saying the reason I have I have Kamara on here, in case you're like, whoa, why wouldn't this idiot start him? He's like, I want you to know the reason I'm questioning it is because he's playing the 49ers.
I'm probably going Hollywood, to be honest with you. Out of all 4 of those, I go Hollywood, Kamara, then Boyd and Wilson.
I'm starting Alvin Kamara still.
Yeah, even against a bad matchup, I don't think these receivers are good enough to get me off of Kamara.
Yeah, because so in that scenario, is like Alvin Kamara is going to, if he catches 7-8 garbage time check down plays, you're most likely going to end up with more points, and you have a good chance at a touchdown. So I'm still starting him in that scenario.
Coach Tony, it's for you.
Coach, switch the pick.
All right.
Pick.
Here's what we need to do.
Switch.
Let me see if I can still switch it, Harrison, and we'll ride
You
together.
don't have to change it in the system, Tony.
I
Tony does.
do.
Tony does.
That's how
My
I
starting
roll.
lineup is Herbert, Eckler, Walker, A.J. Brown, Lamb, Palmer, Andrews, Pierce, 49ers defense. Pretty good lineup.
That sounds like a good one for this week for
So
sure.
Ravens defense or Dolphins defense?
We already chose Ravens.
Yeah, we chose Ravens. I can see why you want to go Dolphins because you're going against the Texans. But I just think every time I want to go against the Texans, they always put up a couple touchdowns and screw over my defense. And the Dolphins defense isn't good.
It kind of sucks.
Good.
Yeah. If I was a Dolphins fan, that would be my biggest worry for this team heading into the playoffs potentially is that we are going to get torched by whoever we play in the first.
Wombly. Is that his name? Is that how you say it? Or is it Wambly?
Ooh, this is tough. I'm gonna go Herbert. I'm a super homer, but Joe, what would you choose here today?
Well, considering that I traded Tua this week and brought in Herbert on my fantasy team, I'm going with Herbert.
So the Raiders fan says Herbert. I think you should go Herbert, y'all.
But that's just me. I traded Tua because I don't like his schedule and him playing, like Tony and I talked about, him playing in the cold later on. Tua's going to get the most work. He's going to throw the ball. But with Jeff Wilson coming in there, I'm afraid that he steals some of the easy targets, easy touchdowns. So I like Herbert because Herbert has the same potential of throwing 4 touchdowns too, right? He could dump it off to Austin Eckler, and Austin Eckler could take it in for him. So that's what I like about Herbert over Tua.
Yeah, and people who don't actually watch the games talk a bunch of shit about Herbert's totals, whatever it is this year. There's been like 5 drives that have ended as a 1-yard run to the fullback or a 1-yard run. There we go, officially changed. Or a 1-yard run to Eckler.
We ride together. We die together. Bad boys for life. Right here.
I hope he screen recorded that. That was beautiful. That was awesome. But anyways, I think Herbert today is licking his chops. Jimmy Garoppolo threw for 4 touchdowns and 300 yards on this defense last week. I swear, Joe Lombardi. I swear. Limit him.
There you go. Harrison says, "Thank you, Tony. We won't let you down, and we're going to kick Travis's ass." Johnny says, "Hopefully, Team Johnny Talk Sports gets the win this week to lock up the #1 seed. That way, I can rest all my players the next 2 weeks." Johnny, just admit the pressure got to you. You were supposed to lock it up last week, and it got to you, Johnny. It got to you.
Losing out. You're gonna freaking place 3rd.
Max Hunt is asking Amari Cooper or Montgomery.
Cooper.
I don't know. Cooper might have a bad game.
I think he'll be all right. I think Cooper himself will be all right. The Browns might not be all right.
I think Njoku has a good game. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, starting Amari Cooper in that. I was just thinking I was going to ask Max if he has a brother named Mike.
Yeah, I think you have to start Amari Cooper, just the way to do it. But you have to start him. But don't put your expectations up there for 2 touchdowns, maybe 1. But I wouldn't put it up there. Aaron Hayden's asking Aaron Jones, Michael Carter, or Rashad White. What's your
Rashad White, 100%. Aaron Jones.
I'm leaning more towards White, but I do think Michael Carter has a good game today as well. So I would stay away from Aaron Jones, even though that's the way to beat the Eagles. But those are the order I would go is White, Carter, Jones.
How disappointing!
Of course, you put White at the top. You fucking
Whoa!
Wait, we're talking about the fantasy. We're talking about the fantasy players.
We ride together, we die together.
All right, Tony. Oh, there we go.
This is that's a tough one. But I think Jones somehow has fallen down behind those other 2 players because I think that they have they get more work than just Aaron Jones does.
Yeah. Jones has been a big old stinky disappointment this year. Stewie Minions Sty. He's one of my buddies. He's a Browns fan, so go easy on him. He's already dealt with a lot.
John L. is asking Miles Sanders or Tyler Boyd in PPR.
Miles Sanders.
Yeah, Miles Sanders.
I'll be giving some tough ones today, though. There's been a lot.
CNB Challengers is asking, I need a running back. I need a running back 2, a wide receiver 2, and a flex PPR. Pittman, Olave, Michael Carter, Montgomery, Boyd, and Evans with the weather in Cleveland.
I would go Carter for your running back, Wide receiver.
Damn. I would go Carter, Pittman, and Olave.
I would get Olave in there. I mean, we all know what the 49ers defense does, but that's the only guy they go to. Like, that's your big guy. So I'm with Tony on that.
You guys,
you know what? I like Evans.
Yeah, you go Pittman over Mike Evans. I like Mike Evans even with a little bit of weather.
I like Mike Evans.
Just how much is the weather? I don't even know how bad it is.
It just says it's raining.
Rookie mistake for me. If it's just raining, I'll probably go with Mike Evans. If it's really windy and cold as shit, then I would go Pittman.
Well, I'm starting Tom Brady against Joe, so I need to hit a couple of touchdown passes.
Okay, so I think your choice here is Pittman and Evans as your third, as your flex, and then lock in Carter and Olave. We all agree on those two.
And who's my quarterback against you, Tony?
It's Taylor Heineke. Yeah.
That's right.
He's gonna freaking
I
have
don't
6
care if he
points.
has Lamar, Chubb, and D-Hop. He's going down.
Taylor Heineke's gonna have 12 points.
Will Watson be elite again? Was he ever elite?
By next year.
You got to remember, this guy hasn't played football in 2 years. And you guys are expecting him to come back out and lead people to fantasy championships?
Not that, no. I think next year he's gonna be back to form by that time.
He wasn't even good in the preseason, right? Like, he struggled in the preseason.
But he's gonna flash it, I think, at the end of the year, after maybe 2 or 3 weeks of playing. Everyone's gonna laugh at him, though. It's gonna be funny.
Dr. Phil picture, is that what it is, Dr. Phil?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, I was wondering if I should start Ayuk, DJ Moore, Paris Campbell, or Garrett Wilson at wide receiver 2.
Wow.
I like Ayuk, dude. I mean, you guys, I understand where DJ Moore would be, but I like Ayuk. Ever since they brought in CMC, Ayuk has taken the next step.
I would have to go DJ Moore. It's close. I'm worried about Ayuk outscoring him more than the other two.
I look at it and I'm like, Paris Campbell? Like, I can't tell somebody to start Paris Campbell, even though if you go back and look at it,
Had a couple good weeks.
he's just getting the
He just wants to go against us. He just doesn't want to pick a side right now, Mike.
No, what I'm trying to say is I'm trying to give these people the best opportunity based on the amount of who their opponent is and how many touches I think they're going to get or what they have been getting.
So Paris Campbell?
Paris Campbell plays the Steelers secondary, which has been bad, and he's been getting 6, 7, 8 targets every week. I don't know. Maybe Ayuk, the game plan isn't for him. Maybe it's for Jennings this week. Or maybe there's some other player on the 49ers we've never even heard of that's going to have 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, maybe.
George Kittle?
Who are you taking, Tony?
Wait, are you taking Paris Campbell? Is that your final answer?
No, my answer is Brandon Ayuk. But I'm saying, how can I sit here because my head and my heart are having a fight?
And I appreciate, and we have you on this show to have that fight live on the air with yourself, you know?
Yeah. Johnny, it's gonna be Johnny talking, and then Derek's gonna be like in a shadow somewhere, and it's gonna look just like Johnny's shadow. And you're gonna be like, yeah, I hate Johnny.
We should do a full-on mockumentary, like an interview, like just sit down, just have lights on them and just talk about them.
I'm here with Derek, and yeah, his like Joe said, his character is blacked out.
Just do the voiceover. The internet rivalry that nobody wanted. Johnny talks sports.
Started over mysterious power outages late in the night.
We uncover like a crime that's just way, way deeper in the midst of our stupid joke. Let's end this show. We have 13 minutes.
Instant replay says it's 56 degrees in Cleveland, rain 14 miles per hour.
Yeah, Brady's thrown in the snow before, right, Joe? He can do this.
JJ, we haven't seen you all day. Welcome to the program. I've been waiting for you to show up. Start 2, Terry, Olave, Godwin, or Pickens?
Terry and Pickens.
I agree.
Coming live with the weather report on MJT.
Oh damn, that would be hilarious if we had him actually like in front of the green screen doing a weather
This is
report.
how I know he wasted his entire GI Bill as like his degenerate gambler. This dude knows the weather. He's like projected rain 0.43 inches.
Well, he just started writing for a website. Like he just started writing articles for them. So maybe
JJ, go with
maybe
Terry
it's part of his job.
and JJ, go with Terry and Pickens. How about that? Go with that Monday night.
Yeah. I'm with that pick as well.
It's projected 0.43 inches of rain, Tony.
They're gonna be fine. Play Mike Evans. He's gonna be fine.
X Diamond with Patrick upside down looks like a. I need one for a half PPR flex. Would you start Perrine, Foreman, or Palmer, or Ayuk?
Palmer.
Ayuk.
Palmer.
We got 1 minute left, guys. Come on, 1 minute left.
Last one. There's one more.
Diamond, I'd probably start P. Ryan. Start P.
Higbee or Gesicki and Jacobs or Connor. Jacobs dealing with the. It said it was a calf injury. Now they're saying it's a hamstring injury, but they said he will play.
What if it's both? That'd be even worse.
I know.
I would
Connor?
start Gesicki and Connor. Higbee's got injuries, question concerns too, right?
Yeah, and you don't know about the quarterback situation.
I would
So
start Trey
Gesicki and Connor?
McBride. Trey McBride and James Conner.
There you go. I'm still currently wasting my GI Bill, Tony. So thanks for asking. Steez, I traded Henry and D Hop for Cook, Kamara, and CD. And how do you feel about that trade? I don't know how I feel with Kamara still in the bottom.
Why Steve's got a gun in his picture? Jesus.
He says he don't fuck around, Tony.
No, he doesn't. I feel great. I feel great about the move you made. Super positive vibes. Anybody with a gun in their photo, like you're getting the thumbs up from me.
You did a great job.
I would have kept Derrick Henry at all costs, but if you are going to trade him, at least you got two running backs that are going to be in your starting lineup and CD.
I think it's a good trade.
Solid.
CD's been coming on. I like the move.
Yeah, I just want to say that was Mike who had a negative opinion.
I did not have a negative opinion. I said I like it. I would like personally to hang on to
His name
Henry.
is Mike.
If I was someone who would trade him, and it does make sense to deal him because you can get a lot, I would get this style of a package. I like,
especially if this is PPR. You're coming up two guys that catch out of the backfield. It's worth it. You're good.
I like your package, Steve.
Okay, now you're getting sexually inappropriate with the
Wait,
man.
say that louder, Mike. Say that
My
again.
hands are up, Steve, and I like your package. All right.
Mike likes your package. Johnny
Uh,
says Derek Capino and I are going to go against each other next week in fantasy. No, that's not good enough, Johnny. We want it in the ring.
Hey, Johnny, try not to have a power outage in the fantasy matchup. How about
I
that?
do not want to see two young kids in their late 20s stroke out while they're trying to have like the most uncelebrity boxing match of all time.
Can he trust Brady in the rain or go with Jimmy G or Carr?
Simple Dab. We haven't seen him in so long. What's going on?
The simple dabs.
Trust Brady in the rain. What's up, Simply Dab?
I've been saying go with Brady. Thank you guys. You made me. Oh no, you made us feel good.
Yeah.
You made us feel good, Steezy.
Please don't subscribe.
Yo, Edward, go PPR. You're our last one today, Edward. What's up? Pick two: Godwin, Kamara, Jeff Wilson, or White.
Wilson and White.
Yeah.
I think that's my choice.
Kamara and White. What's wrong with you people?
Tony's going Kamara and White. Somebody that I suppose I'll set up for another Palmer 100 yards and 2 TDs.
Hold up. Show him, Tony. See that? The only Josh Palmer jersey on the planet.
No, I saw another dude at the Seahawks game who had one on, and we had a moment. He was with his entire family, and he looked at me like I was crazy. I had also been drinking for about 2 hours. I have a tendency when I see random things to get overly excited, like a puppy, and it's just like I go nuts. When I saw the dude in the DeAndre Carter jersey at preseason, who was clearly a family member, it was uncomfortable for him, not for me. I was very excited.
Hey, what about Tony when you were leaving the Raider game and somebody recognized you when you were going up the escalator and they started yelling at you? Were you excited that day?
I don't know. I don't know what
It
you're.
was me, Tony. It was
Oh.
me. And I was like, hey, Tony Tucker.
I don't remember. Again, intoxicated in these moments. Okay, I have two things before we go. One is here's the required viewing for everybody. Go watch this old SNL sketch with Chris Farley, motivational speaker. It's very funny. David Spade and Christina Applegate. You will definitely enjoy it. Motivational speaker, Matt Foley, Saturday Night Live. That's Chris Farley. And lastly, I actually do think it would be fun for us to reach out and have David come on around 9:15 and do weather reports. That would be funny if he came in with a weather report for the ending of the show, just to pitch that for next week. So every week, 9:15, our weather expert, Instant Replay, comes on and gives us a weather update.
Instant Replay, if you're able to make that happen, if you're able to get up and make a video quickly in the morning, send it in.
No, he just comes on. We just send him a link. He just
comes
on
the
live. Yeah. He's already in the chat. We just send him the link. He comes on at 9:15. We'll get some like breaking news update to play, like right there, like weather tracker 2022.
Do we not have that already?
You got to have an accent. You got to have some kind of fake, obviously fake accent.
I think he should workshop it each week. He should come on,
With
start offensive, and then work your way to just like cancelable offense. You know, start with British, and then work your way into like Ugandan.
And I'm going to plug this. I want you guys to go to the NFL Mike profile on TikTok today and watch my Bill Belichick video. It's great. Joe, you got anything to plug?
Do I have anything to plug? No, not today.
You got to come up with something and tell them don't watch the Raider game. I mean, that's something.
Well, watch your Raiders. If you don't want to watch the Raiders win, then don't watch the game. But I think if Harrison came on, he'll probably be showing a map like this.
Oh, and we're done. Just like that. And we're done. We're done. It was great talking to everyone this week. Thank you guys for all the starts and sits. Great show, fellas. Great
Was that Hurricane Richard?
That was Hurricane.
I don't know.
That's a good joke to go out on. I don't know why you're not playing the music.
Paris Campbell season.